Tensions in the occupied West Bank are on the rise. In a key development, National Unity leader Benny Gantz blasted extremist settlers who attacked Israeli security personnel during an operation to evacuate the illegal West Bank outpost. As per local media reports, Israel's far-right finance minister Bezalel Smotrich, who also holds a ministerial position in the defense ministry, gave approval for this morning's demolition of the West Bank outpost of Tzur Halel. According to the civil administration, which runs civil affairs in the West Bank, Tzur Halel was illegally built on private Palestinian land. The Israeli army carried out a drone strike against what it claims was a terror cell in the Nur Shams camp near Tulkarm in West Bank. According to the IDF, the operatives were planting an explosive device when they were hit. According to reports again, the location of the strike was about 100 meters from where an Israeli soldier was killed by a roadside bomb. The Palestinian Authority Health Ministry in the West Bank says that 4 people have died as a result of the IDF drone strike. An Israeli attack has also killed 12 Palestinians, including 9 members of the same family in a designated safe zone after they followed Israel's evacuation orders to leave eastern Khan Yunis. In a separate incident, 2 people were wounded in a stabbing attack in an Israeli mall on Wednesday. Police called it a suspected terror attack and said the attacker was neutralized. Israeli medics say they are currently treating both men who are in their 20s. Meanwhile, a day after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Israel is nearing the elimination of what he described as Hamas terrorist army, he has now insisted that the war on Hamas will be a long campaign, rejecting reports that the IDF could slow down the operations in Gaza before achieving all of its aims. Netanyahu said that his country would not give in to the winds of defeatism, and the Israeli army chief said that the destruction of the Hamas infrastructure would take some more time. On the diplomatic front, French President Emmanuel Macron has urged Israeli Prime Minister to prevent conflagration between Israel and Hezbollah militants in Lebanon. During a telephonic conversation, Macron insisted on the urgency for all parties to have a rapid diplomatic solution and urged Netanyahu to refrain from any new operation in Gaza near Khan Yunis. Meanwhile, the deputy leader of Hezbollah says that the only path to cessation of hostilities on the Lebanon-Israel border is a full ceasefire in Gaza. But he says that if Israel scales back its military operations without a form of ceasefire agreement and full withdrawal from Gaza, then Hezbollah's participation in the Israel-Hamas war will no longer exist. However, the Hezbollah leader outlined that the implications of the Israel-Lebanon war are less clear.
The third phase that Israel talks about in Gaza is still unclear. It could be a prelude to a ceasefire and an agreement with Palestinians. It could be a continuation of the war in another form, or it could be a transitional phase. We in Lebanon, as Hezbollah, cannot decide how to deal with this new phase because it is unclear in its features. However, we have previously announced that if the next phase is a ceasefire, we will stop firing in Lebanon.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.